Okay, let's say you're in a situation where you think, I don't think I can get bacteria to grow and finish my final exam a week from today, which is Tuesday at 10 a.m. What you can do is something called a kill zone lab, and this should be pretty interesting. And it's the one reason I've saved my daughter's antibiotic in my fridge for, I don't know, since the end of March. It would look something like this. So I'm going to hold up a picture. Pretend that this is your potato, but really it's a petri dish. The circle around it is where there's no bacteria, and that dark stuff, if I had my color printer working properly, would be bacteria. So all this area would be bacteria right there, and then that black would be no bacteria. So what's in the middle are these little discs. These are antibiotic discs. And what they're doing is they're killing the bacteria around it. So the circle or the halo around it is called the kill zone, also known as the zone of inhibition, because it inhibited the bacteria from growing in that perimeter. So you could technically make homemade versions of these discs with a hole puncher and some antibiotics. And then as a result, you could measure the diameter of the kill zone, and you can figure out what was the most effective cleaner in your house. It could be an antibiotic or an antiseptic, which is a cleaner. So I'm going to choose my results from last week, which is the reason I told you guys to keep it. Let's just see. My cutting board unfortunately had the most bacteria. So I don't know if you guys can see. It's kind of fuzzy. It could be a combination of bacteria and or fungus, but we will see if it works nonetheless. So I am going to choose 3 cleaners. I'm going to choose 1 antibiotic. This is Amoxil. This one, which is the only one Target was selling. I'm not even sure it works that great. And then my favorite cleaner, which is incredibly difficult, if not impossible to find, Clorox with bleach, or you could just use plain bleach. So 3 products, obviously 1 control, and then choose your top 3 bags from last week and label them. So I'm just going to do my sample for you guys with the cutting board right here. So I would take this bag. I'll zoom down on it. And I would label this. This is going to be my Amoxil. And this is going to be Tuesday, 6/2, and it's about 9:30 a.m. So as over labely as possibly you can be. That's not even a word, the better. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a hole puncher. You're like, I don't have a hole puncher. It's fine. You can use, I don't even know now. You can use a Post-it, which I'm going to use. So I'm going to take a Post-it. I want to do about 4 per potato. This picture has way more on it because it has way more bacteria to sample. I only have like probably mostly fungus and a little bacteria on the perimeter. So I'm just going to have 4 dots. So I'm going to get my 4 dots out. I just made. Okay, here's the dots right there. I'm going to saturate them in Amoxil. The key is you don't want to really make contact with any of this with your hands. So if you do, wash with soap and water, practice lab safety. Ooh, it's pink. All right, let's see. Put some discs in there. I'm going to be using my tweezers, which is an essential lab supply. You don't do this unless you have tweezers. You're never going to touch directly the antibiotic or the antiseptic, etc. So I'm going to saturate it like that. Kind of hard to see. They're in there somewhere. Okay, and I'm just going to get out 4. This is an unexpected challenge. I'm going to go drain some in the sink so I can find my discs. Oh, got one. Okay. All right, as you guys can see, I have a disc. I'm going to now carefully open the bag. I'm going to do this 4 times. And I'm going to deposit my Amoxil ring on my potato. I'm going to seal it. I'm going to have 4, but I'm not going to waste video time and your time doing all 4 because it's the exact same thing. Okay, and I put it right in the center of my densest colonies, and I think I could find 3 more on there to do the exact same thing. So I would do this with 2 other bags, so I'd have a total of 12 discs, 4 for one antibiotic, another for another one, and 4 more for the other one. And I'd have 4 discs per potato, 12 total, 4, 4, and 4. And at the end of this, I would measure the diameter of the kill zone, aka zone of inhibition. And from that, I can conclude that the one with the bigger kill zone was the more effective antibiotic or antiseptic. I've also seen this very interestingly and almost convincingly with some essential oils like thieves oil, things like that. So if you have access to essential oils, you might want to investigate if those were effective as well.